Hello, welcome back for more adventures in Australian literature. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we are going to have a look at the writer you hate to love. Now this is very much a personal selection, but let me first explain the writer you hate to love. As a writer, you will encounter other writers who write beautifully, and you find that you have to read them because they write so beautifully, or they do something so well that you cannot help but admire. But in other respects, you cannot stand them under any circumstance. They grate you, and you hate that you love their writing so much because they annoy you. So, the writer that I hate to love is Fiona Wright. Fiona Wright, she is an Australian poet and essayist from Sydney. She has written at least one volume of poems and 2 volumes of essays. Now, I haven't read her poems, but I have read both her volumes of essays. I first read Small Acts of Disappearance, which is her first book of essays, and it talks very much about her experience with eating disorder and how it developed and her struggles with it over the years. I then read, this is an award-winning book, by the way. I then read this book, The World Was Whole, which is very much about home and place and Sydney, and is so evocatively Sydney. It's fantastic. So why do I hate her? Okay. She irritates me. She irritates me because she is an autoethnographic writer, and therefore she writes about her life. And she writes about her own experiences. And I don't like her. I really don't like her. She is the kind of person who, and these are not criticisms, this is just what irritates me. And it says a lot about me. I'm not going to pretend that this has nothing to do with her. This is about me. She is middle class and privileged, and she has had opportunities that I could only dream about. She is capable of networking. She gets invited to the right things. She knows the right people. She has awards. I'm going to say it's envy to a degree. But it's not that I want to be her. It's not even that I want to do those. I am a deeply, deeply introverted person, and the idea of networking makes me want to pass out on the floor. So, and run screaming from the room, because I do not do small talk. So to be able to do what she does would force me to be not what I am. But it still irks me. I would not be this woman's friend. That is what I'm trying to say. We would not be friends. We would not be friends at all. And because she writes about her life, I can say with absolute certainty, we would not be friends. She would not like me. That's the other thing, is I know she would not like me. I know I would irk her in exactly the same way, or but I would give her the same reaction to me and my personality as her personality does to me. We would not be friends. However, I read this book. And it is a beautiful, beautiful book. It is, I would highly recommend it to anyone else out there. Please read this book. It is beautiful. The writing is exquisite. I am envious not of her life, but of her ability to write like that. I would love to. It is an exquisite book. I hated her for every minute of reading it. I found her awful. But the moment I found that this book was out, I bought it and read it immediately. Even though I knew it would be spending more time in this woman's company because her writing is so exquisite. So, am I masochistic? Quite possibly. No, the pleasure I get from her actual writing is far, far greater than the irritation that is caused by the clash of our personalities. So, that is Fiona Wright, the author that I hate to love, which is the opposite of love to hate. Love to hate is very much, oh, it's so much fun to hate this person. But hate to love is, I really love her writing, but I hate that I love her writing because she grates me up the wrong way. Read her, she's brilliant. Cannot recommend her highly enough. And if you have a writer that you hate to love, drop down in the comments and tell us about them, because I would absolutely love to see who it is that gives you the same reaction. So until our next video, I will see you later. Bye-bye.
If you would like to support this channel, come across to the Cockie Press website www.blackcockiepress.com.au, where you will find books, writing courses and other materials to help with your writing.